We welcome Yehuda Cohen, father of hostage Nimrod Cohen, an Israeli soldier abducted on the 7th of October. He has been held in terror captivity in Gaza for 528 days. Yehuda, we cannot imagine what this news is like for you and your family after this agonizing wait. A deal hasn't happened. The ceasefire has collapsed. So what is your response to the news that Israeli military operations resumed in Gaza?
Well, again, the Israeli government is betraying us. I woke up today, 7 o'clock in the morning, first thing, looked at what's new in the media and saw the air attack on Gaza, which putting us back to square one. We know that it's been done from political interests, narrow political interests. Netanyahu needs to maintain his coalition and even bring back the former terrorist Itamar Ben-Gvir to his government. Itamar Ben-Gvir already agreed, so it's pretty much obvious. And this is after the Israeli government not going through what they signed off in the first agreement, mainly going to negotiation on the second part after the 16th day and withdrawing from the Philadelphia corridor after the 50 days. So, yeah, we are pretty much angry. We see that we'll have to fight every step of the way until all the hostages will be released. Must emphasize, my son, Nimrod, he's the youngest and he's a soldier. So in terms of the living hostages, he will be the last. And this is why I'm always shouting for a complete hostage deal, along with a permanent ceasefire and IDF withdrawal from Gaza. This is the only way to get the hostages back. This is the only way to secure the life of my son, Nimrod.
And of course, Israel has a moral duty as well to get the hostages back home. It's complicated indeed. And of course, Hamas has rejected the latest US proposals, so it's not freeing any hostages. And some argue that military action will pressure the terror group potentially to agree to a deal. Your thoughts on that level of strategy?
Well, after 17 months, we know that military pressure is not releasing hostages. We said it from the start and we see it along the way. Only agreements, only exchange of prisoners for the hostages, as heinous as it sounds, this is the only way to release hostages. We are for securing lives. And we'll do everything to secure life in general. And in person, as a parent, it's my basic duty to secure the life of my children. Now, one of them, for 17 months, is in life danger. Of course, he's suffering there, along with the other hostages. My duty as a father is to secure his life, to secure my son's life, to secure his well-being. And you said it's a moral obligation of my government. Well, we are far from expecting any moral obligation from our government. As I said in the beginning, our government betrayed us again. And when I'm saying us, it's not just the families of the hostages, it's betraying the Israeli nation. This coalition is only for their narrow interests, their narrow communities, their privileges to their communities, talking about not serving in the army for the extreme religious, not contributing to the Israeli economy by those extremists, just getting funds from the government. Those are narrow privileges and interests of the coalition, and this is what we have to deal with.
Yehuda, the nation thinking of you and your entire family as well, your wife, your children. It's just so painful to imagine. I also know that you have been to Washington several times. What is your sense right now of the pressure that President Donald Trump can exert now on Hamas, or more specifically on Qatar, to put pressure on Hamas? He had said before all hell would break loose if the hostages weren't freed. Your take right now?
Well, I must say, in terms of the American administration, by Trump administration in particular, or any other foreign government in general, we can only ask They have no obligation for us, not by law anyway, maybe moral, but we can only ask. And yeah, we were in Washington before Trump's administration, in the days of Biden administration, asking for help. And we were there after Trump was elected to ask and to thank, because Trump started something, to thank him for what he's doing. We see our only savior is from the outside. Yeah, mainly the American administration, but we are using all angles we can from international organizations like the ICC or the UN, and foreign governments like the American administration and governments of Britain, France, Germany. We have no choice.
Yehuda Cohen, father of hostage Nimrod Cohen, the nation is hoping for good news. The nation is with you. Thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.